Part 2, sorry about that, ran out of time. So you'll see here that we're just about to download this house and throw it into a new template. So this way, while you're kind of testing the game, playing the game, you can create models at runtime. So that's what the idea will be. You'll be able to go into first person and you'll be able to kind of build a model piece by piece, like this car I've been doing, and you'll be able to prefab it into the folder and it'll show up in the menus for building. That's what you should be able to do, and I expect Unity to provide that without 1,000 bloody asset files. So we'll see how we go. Because I would like people to be able to use the editor, download Unity editor, and bring their own objects into the game. It gives them a purpose for using the Unity editor when they don't necessarily want to build a whole game. They might just want to make one cool model and they've got nothing to use it for. And it has to be all completely specific this and specific that before it even fits. So I want a drag and droppable template that you can bring models into this world and use them. Stats wise, I don't know, perhaps you can't have infinite stats and things, but the way something looks, for sure, you should be able to make something custom and look the way you want it. So that's what this is all about. Is this done yet? 10 million seconds to download a file. There we go. We're going to bring it to imported assets and we're going to put it in buildings and we're going to make a new folder, and we want to call that folder the name of whoever. I want to call the folder whoever uploaded it, because that's what I do. I suppose it's waiting for me to download it, isn't it? Oh, let's just put it in that folder for now. So in the folder it goes. Let's go back and find the maker, eh? Highly annoying. Let's go. Back. Here we go. Author. Here we go. Oh, that's annoying. I'll just copy it all. Into the assets folder we go, if we can ever find it. Here it is. Show an Explorer. Let's rename that. Okay. So there's the dude who uploaded it. Let's use this house and see what it does. Let's have a look at that. Sorry, been a little bit slow here, just kind of wanted to do this on the video so you could see how you can kind of add things in. I'll make a whole menu system for it at runtime, but this is just functionality. It should work, you know. So we got our medium house one. It's an object with nothing in it, and let's drag this low poly house, which we can see is massive. So that's the reason we have this. Let's just add zeros in instead. So this scale wrap just allows us to fix model sizes. So it has no textures, nothing like that. It's looking pretty bland. So what you would do is you would, you finish the model, make it look real nice, and then drag and drop it basically into that file. Now you can see it's not centered with our scale wrap or our object. So you would tweak it here so that it basically fit. So if we decided to chuck the textures on there, I don't really know how this house works. I suppose we have to go somewhere and do something. It's not the point. I don't care if it looks like trash right now. What we're going to do, that's huge, it's massive compared to that one. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the game, and we go to our game assets, and in our houses we'll make a new folder, and we'll call it test shed, and in the test shed we're going to drag that in. So now we have Medium House 1. It has no picture and no textures, so the menu won't show anything very good. Right, and there we go, cool. So our Medium House 1 has been, see, what you're seeing in the world is what's there by default. So we can click this, and there's our shed, and we can turn around. See, so this system means a huge difference, because it means that people can build their own houses, models, and everything, and drag and drop them in. Now, I know for playability and content level, there's going to have to be some specifics, so I'm going to try and write a lot of the functionality into the beginning of the template, so that basically it can just search the model and find the things it needs to find and do the stuff it needs to do, making it as automatic as possible. So that's kind of cool. So if there was a picture in the folder with the prefab, it would detect that if it had the same name and use it. So all you gotta do is just put a picture in there and name it whatever the house is called, and bingo. So there isn't a scaling tool in the builder, but realistically there shouldn't be. Things should be at this menu in scale. So what you would do is you would spend some time here in view camera or whatever, going up to things and editing them. So I haven't done an editing kind of view yet, an editing camera, but you would get to the editing camera from here. You go up to this and you'd be like, oh yep, okay, I don't like these bits in the house, and you'd be like, okay, I want to add a door and I want to add a piece. So you'll be able to customize these after they've been built. Then you'll be able to re-template them and rename them and then reuse them out of a new menu that I'll call user menu or whatever. So you have all the default items, but then you'll have so I've just got to fix this clicking thing. When you click that which one's selected, so that, because that one's the original, so it should stay selected until I give it a cancel command, which I don't have yet, but when you place this, it's supposed to turn that off until you click it, like that, yeah. So just go over that. See, I just added this here to reset it when you click a new one. So it's probably just stopped working here somewhere. So anyway, it's not important for now, I'll do that later. I don't know, what do you think? Not too bad, eh? So far we've got one item that's decent and some items that are just trash, just to show you. So should be able to get lots and lots of free assets from people, put their names on it, because, you know, wouldn't you love to play the game? You're like, that's my house, sick, you know, it's had to be so cool. I don't see why I need to build every piece of object, because writing all this code is so intense, and you know, a lot of it's been written from scratch to get, all of this is from scratch. In fact, all of it's from scratch, you know, so I don't mind using free assets and people's stuff. It gives them a sense of, you know, entitlement, and that also kind of gives them, you know, adds them in. They become part of it. And for multiplayer, it means people get to show their stuff off. So what I want is a full multiplayer world that links from your single player world. So you can take people into your single player world, you can go onto the multiplayer world, and you can play a variety of multiplayer games. Because I don't want this to be one thing, oh yeah, I just built my base, and then you should be able to base build, conquer your map, conquer the NPC, you know, whatever, and you should be able to go online, do the building thing, do the driving thing, do the shooting thing. You know, why is that split into 70 different games? It doesn't need to be. It could just be in one really good, solid game that fully just developed it, you know, fully just did everything it needed to do. And that would be alright. I don't think people would mind if the game had, you know, 5 or 6 different online functions. I really want a driving one where you shoot guns and stuff, so I want you to be able to, on your world, build your mad ride, and then take it onto multiplayer and test it out against other players. Have machine guns on the top of it, you know, have it explode into pieces and stuff. So it should be like GTA, but with RTS, as well as like an NPC building world, stuff you can do, stuff that your friends can do. You should be able to take your friends on your map and take them for a dungeon troll if you want. You should, you know, you should be able to have enemies and stuff. I think it can be really good. I mean, I have no idea what I'm building there, just some sort of shape. But I just wanted to show you, like, you can quite easily put together a world. I know I've got the same 2 items, so next thing there's a lot more content into the game. But jeez, it's like adding menus upon menus upon menus upon cameras upon things. It's really quite hard. So, you know, I really like this, being able to go down and see what I've just done. It's quite cool. It kind of feels like a auditorium or something. You know, you could really build all the internals. It should be like Minecraft, but way more realistic. But also with free multiplayer. I don't want to trash like pay to play stuff. You need to be able to get online for free and play it. Why? Why not? Why not? So I would love donations and support for this game, but I am going to release it for free, and that's the end of the story. You know, this is for fun. I've played so many games myself, and I haven't always paid. And the point is that you should share something back. So I really want to get this game really good, and I would like any help or support from other developers, coders, companies, money, investment, anything to put progress into this, because it's got some decent aspects so far. There's full first person to third person to full build view. So you know, just the functionability between those cameras, the control, it's you know, you struggle to find something better even from top level. You can thank Unity for a lot of the development they've done, because I wouldn't have been able to start writing this code without their program. But in saying that, I still had to build everything from scratch. I had to write the logic, I had to make it work. So I want to see this get somewhere, and I want to see it do well, you know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's just a little basic into my menu system. So all of this can be made to look better, tidier. What I'm worried about, haha, there we go, there's a glitch. What I'm worried about is that these parts work. You know, you drag and drop, there it is, it functions, it turns, it moves. It's easy to put it how you want it. You're not spending all year trying to build something, and if you are, you're down in first person and you're putting a lot of detail, a lot of time, a lot of work into it. So you know, it should definitely pay off. You should have fun while doing it. You should be able to go adventure, RPG. You should be able to take around party members with you if you decide to. You should have a village. You should have villagers. You should have to defend your village. You can take your mad ride out and kill off like raiders and stuff. Like a bit of a post-apocalyptic with medieval style feel, I feel, would be quite prominent, because I want electricity, I want things like that, but I don't want skyscrapers and buildings and stuff. I don't need that. What I want is something that's fun, you know. So as much as realism and trying to get all of these models as really nice as possible, you know, to get the car pieces all nice and get it all painted and the house really good, and gameplay has to come first. So gameplay will always come first. Realism though is very high and important on the fact that you can't be spending all year in panels and controls. You need to be able to just press one button and I'm in my player. You know, I'm in the free camera now. It should just be as easy as that. You know, and here we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's still configuring. Quickly. Good luck.